So Martin Taylor, Assistant Director of Procurement Ambulance. 24 years in NHS procurement, 5 years in private sector procurement prior to that, so 29 years in totality. Over 24 years in the NHS, there's loads of them. I remember doing some work on post-COVID for a CSU, put a massive framework agreement, it's £10 billion framework agreement in place, so that was pretty huge. I've enjoyed every aspect of the NHS working in procurement. There's little projects that are just as appealing. So I have a history of doing some football refereeing and rugby refereeing. So one of the highlights of my football refereeing career was doing a game in front of 4,000 people, 2 professional teams, a pre-season friendly at Carrow Road, so Norwich versus Tottenham, for example. Loyalty would be probably number 1. Perseverance, I think, is probably the second one. And logical, I think, is probably the third one. It'd have to be Willow. She was a Polish lowland sheepdog, so she was a miniature Dulux dog. For me, it's the teamwork. We're all part of a team trying to help procurement professionals do their job. And having been on their side of the fence, so in the acute sector, I like that when we are able to do something that makes a difference for people on the coalface. Fitting all the things I need to do into the timeframes that I have. So I've been on it. I've recently come back from the Maldives. Definitely a dream holiday. I did promise the wife that after 10 years of marriage that we would go again, and we reached 50, both of us, and we booked 2 islands and had a stay with our son, which was absolutely fantastic. I loved every minute of it. The knees don't like it, but I have to do a bit more jogging than I used to. I've had 3 loves in my life, my family being 1, 2 is football, and the second is rugby. So I can't choose between football and rugby. In terms of football, a bit of a radical one. My dad brought me up to say that the team you supported was where you were born. So unfortunately, I drew the short straw and got Colchester United. So I was born in Colchester. In terms of rugby, my team is Harlequins. I do have a collection of JFK books. I've just streamlined my collection, so I have 80. I do have 2 books that are pretty expensive, first edition limited, and I guard them with my life. They'd be the first thing I take out in a fire.